Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I usually detect beaches in San Diego, but I grew up in Virginia, and this week I flew from San Diego to upstate New York for work. I knew I'd be busy, so I didn't bring my equipment, but then something came up in Virginia where I needed to attend, so I rearranged my schedule, and I'm out here in Virginia only for a day and a half, but of course right when I land I call Aaron. And if you've seen my videos in the past in Virginia, Aaron and I grew up together metal detecting. My dad got us started really young, and he, after retiring from the Air Force, moved out to metal detecting paradise. Lots of Civil War activity, lots of pre-Civil War activity. Last time I was out, I had a 2 real, a bunch of large cents, and all that fun stuff. So he's going to take me to an amazing spot. I'm almost to his house, and we'll be out there on the field here shortly. Okay, we are out in the field. And Aaron's digging one. There's a ton of targets, but nothing really hitting crisp and solid. But what happened was, about 500 yards that way, the main house, which is late 1700s, is there. They have a couple hundred acres. And Aaron was back here the other day, and he found, where's that? There's a cellar over there. And that cellar is older than the main house, and it's way too far away from the house to be part of that house. So he started looking around, looking at old maps, and he determined there used to be a house right here, and there's a bunch of stones. I'll walk over there in a bit and show you. That used to be a house, older than the house on the property, so maybe early 1700s or even older. So we are working this area. This is where Aaron found a little cannonball the other day, and he found a drape bust coin, 18 something. He saw 18. Drape bust would be up to 1806, I believe. But anyhow, we are here, and hopefully I will be digging something cool. I'm using the Vanquish. My brother bought my sister-in-law a Vanquish for Christmas, and so I'm breaking it in. It's brand new. Aaron's using the Equinox 800. In the truck we have the Equinox 700. I might mess around with that a little bit later. We also have a 600, but he's got the new Coil Tech coil on the 800, and he's trying that out. So I'll stop talking. I'm gonna get to digging. Well, I finally got a target that's repeating enough for me to dig it. What are you getting?
16, 17.
16, 17. I'm getting 18, 19, and I'm getting what, like 6 inches deep?
Yeah,
so
right around there.
I'll dig it up. I'll get right back to you. All right, turned out being an old square nail. Let's keep going. Another one. This one's going from 21 to 27. I'll dig it up. All right, while we try and get the Mine Lab pinpointer working right, it is in my in my plug here. I'm gonna try and do this one-handed because I don't have a I don't have my chest mount with me. Yeah. Bullet. Modern. Darn it. All right, had a 2021, and it's supposedly in here. See if I can do this one-handed. It's another darn modern bullet. I think it's gonna be one of those days. We're gonna try a field. We're gonna get out of these woods. All right, Aaron's got our first good find. Ooh. Holy crud, that's beautiful. Tomback, yep. Look at the design on that.
Isn't that pretty?
Dang. Where's the rest of it? Did you Greg it?
No. No Greg going on here, buddy. No.
That's a beauty. All right, listen to this one. 38. Nice small size. This is Aaron's target, not mine. So he is going to dig.
Not live digging.
All right. We'll get the hole open. All right, some kind of it's threaded on the outside. It's got like a little tongue to hold like a chain so it doesn't come out. Little things to unscrew it. It's got a U.S. patent, Tri-Sure. Not super old, not as old as we're looking for, but kind of cool. A little choppy, but 16, 17. It's got some depth. I'll get it up and we'll see what happens. All right, I've got it out. It's in my plug somewhere. Where'd it go? So, try and do this one-handed. Fell out. Oh, come on. That is a round ball. Civil War bullet. That's a good sign. Is that a round ball? Maybe that hit something? I don't know. That's a nice defined line right there. Yeah, we'll take a good look later. Alright, here's an exciting target. Mid-20s up to 30s. So, I'll get it out of the hole. Let's see what happens. Alright, it was in my plug. I kind of messed around and it fell down in the hole, and I see it right there. Let's see what this is. It's round. Looks like a rivet. There's some material still in it as well. Yeah, this thing's probably going to fall apart if I try and clean it too much. But that is definitely a rivet. You got the round side on one end, round on the other, pinching some kind of a leather or a fabric or whatever. Interesting. Not a bad place to be. All right, well, I had one that was ringing like 28 to 34, and I got it out here, and it was kind of on the edge, and unfortunately I caught it with the edge of my shovel, but it looks like I have a 3-ring bullet. Civil War for sure. No, it's not even a 3-ring. All right, I'm no expert at this. I do beaches too often to know right out of the gates, but Aaron would know. It's not hollow on the base. No, it's got a single thing up the middle. I'll check with Aaron to see what this is, but this is definitely Civil War era dropped bullet. In good shape, except for I caught just barely the edge there. But that's exciting. That's cool. That's what I'm here for. All right.
I don't know.
All right, so my bullet's a Gardner, we think.
Possibly.
Aaron has a grape shot, which they'd load in a canister and fire off, and they'd scatter, and it's an oversized shotgun shell, basically. Civil War for sure. And then he's got a cannonball fragment. Here's the hole where the fuse would go down in. And that's pretty cool. We're on the goods. All right, this was a really deep 18 as it read. It was probably, I don't know, 7-8 inches deep. I'm seeing a bullet here in the edge, or in my little clump. Small caliber though. That's really tiny. Pistol gun? Pistol bullet? Civil War or hard to tell?
There's a cavalry battle through here, so.
I'll translate his mumbles. He said there was a cavalry battle through here. Cool. Another bullet. Let's keep going. All right, I had a, what was this? Initially I was having 21 to 26. Aaron heard like 22 to 30, and then I changed directions and I was in the higher 20s. So anyhow, it's right there, and it looks almost like it's a flat button, but that's a high tone for a flat button. So let's have a look together. It is a button. It's not flat. You got a little brush?
That's a thick button, Rick.
Yeah, it's not flat button.
No, it's a flat button.
Ooh, I see decoration, or do I see corrosion?
It's definitely a button. Here's your shank. But it's pretty well.
That thing's...
But it's a thicker end of the flats.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is ringing way high for a flat.
Yeah, it should be like 17. We're fine. Glad I gave you that.
Well, looks like I got another bullet. First of all, though, look how beautiful that is. Anyway, got another bullet. And it's another one with the hole in the bottom of it. So I don't know exactly. I'll figure out exactly what it is. But that's cool. That's a drop, and I didn't hit it with my shovel this time. And I believe I have another one about 10 feet from the other. There's the base. That's all I'm seeing in the hole. Let's take a good look. Yep. Same style. I'm interested to know if it's Confederate or Union because this is the property where a battle happened between both. So if these are drops, that means the Confederates are on this side, if it was Confederate. If they were fired, then we might be finding Union fired bullets. I don't know. Just a thought. I might be completely wrong, but it's always interesting. Got another one, so 3 of these bullets. And a phone call. Cool. And another, I think. Yep, that's 4. If I dig these all day, that's not a bad day. Another dropped, not fired. Good stuff. All right, had a, what was it?
12-13.
Yeah, 12-13. I actually got a 15 a couple times, but it just sounded bigger than typical, and it was down deep, deeper than my plug, and here it is. It's a grape shot. So loaded into a canister, fired off at people, they'd scatter, and that is Civil War. Well, before it gets dark, I realized I completely walked away from the cellar I was talking about. So you can see the construction of it. The thing is super old. But people used to put food and all sorts of goods in there because it was colder spots. That's my understanding of what these were. But very cool structure. And I'll go over to the remains of the house up that way. That way. Yeah, that way. In a second. I'm taking the long way up to the remnants of the house, but there's the cellar down that way. And what a beautiful view. Got a creek running through. Pretty darn cool. Alright, I'll get there in a minute. These are the house remnants. But right next to the house I found this really old horseshoe. I mean really old. That's pretty cool.
Organized to be dumped from the field, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely. And then now I'm videoing to show, but like, yeah, just a bunch of stuff. And being that close to this cellar, is that what we call that? No, cellar?
The spring house.
Spring house. Okay, spring house. Corrected. Yeah, they get their water from down there because yeah, it's on the creek. I was thinking they stored stuff in there, but that's called something else.
Well, I mean, it's cold storage and stuff like that, but I mean.
So, yeah, so this would make sense that this was a structure for that.
The old maps, I could see the house off the aerial, so I know there was a house out here. I'm assuming this is it.
That's cool. And then we have like a perfectly straight line of rocks right here. And then all this carnage of rocks. And a tree in the living room. So this is the kind of stuff, if you're on the East Coast or anywhere old, you look for. And you just slow down and detect the heck out of it. And usually it's a pain in the ass because there's rocks everywhere and there's trees everywhere, but people hung out here. So, all right, there you go. And it's got a 2-piece button. And it looks to have stars all the way around the edge. Got something else in the middle.
Yeah.
Just can't really tell what it is. It's old.
Hopefully it's...
Yeah, it looks like that direction.
Civil War.
Well, this time around I'm doing an Aaron's garage wrap-up as opposed to Tom's garage. So we've got today's findings for Aaron. For me, we've got the bucket of trash, which is actually not much. If you looked at my last videos, that bucket's full usually. I thought this was kind of cool. A really old, I thought horseshoe, but it is a mule shoe. So I was, still old. All right, so Aaron's got this cannonball fragment, and that's where the wick went in right there. It would have been round, or fuse, not the wick. And then he got a grape shot. He got, that's not today, we'll get there. Piece of a buckle, small caliber bullet. What is that?
Rivet. Some sort
Oh, a rivet. What is that?
Nah, it's a whatchamacallit.
That's a whatchamacallit. That's what remains of a chess piece. Let's go with that. He's got the tomback button, which is beautiful. Modern dime, and then the two-piece button. My stuff, I had a grape shot. And when they clean up, they're like that. That's one he's found else or another time. I've got the 4 bullets, which I don't know. My dad says maybe it's a Sharps brand, which would be Union. I've got the small caliber, maybe a pistol bullet. This I do think is a round ball that hit something. I've got the flat button that you can't really make out anything on. And then I have the rivet with leather still in it, but it is old, very old. Aaron, on this property the other day, found this, 2 inches across. It is a cannonball, just a small caliber one, or canister shot maybe, but yeah, it's definitely larger than the grape shot is. That would do some damage for sure. On that same property we were on today, he found this drape bust. You can see the first 2 is 18 something, so it's going to be 1800 to 1806, somewhere in that window. Man, that's really nice on the back too. The front's not that nice.
Yeah.
And then on that same property, he pulled this Indian head penny, which is an 1879.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So it's proven to be a good property. I usually, if I come out and I only have a few hours to spend detecting, I just don't want to stop. Today I'm okay stopping because I'm going to be here next month. And I'm going to be here for spring break for many days. And Aaron's definitely going to drag me out to the coolest places ever. And we'll have a whole lot more than this. However, for one day, and I would say about 4 hours, that's pretty damn good.
For a hunted property?
Yeah, you can't find anything like this on California beaches. So I am happy. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.